Welcome back, everybody. Joined by junior men's lacrosse player Tim Fair, a defender just recently named honorable mention All-American by Inside Lacrosse in the face-off kind of season preview edition. Tim, thanks for the time and congrats on the honor.
Thanks, Rob.
This is your third season on the roster. You had a fantastic freshman year, both individually and as a team, and then last year was a little bit more trying. Talk a little bit about maybe the differences between the 2 years and what you can kind of bring from the first year where you guys reached the NCAA tournament and how you can carry that over to the 2015 version of the Ducks.
Well, my freshman year, we had a fantastic midfield. We relied on them heavily, as well as our senior leadership, and they knew how to win. And our sophomore year is complete opposite. We figured out how to lose together as a team. We went 8-8. I mean, we just didn't have that one game changer or person to go to in the end to take over the game like we had in Philippi or Duprow. So I think if we take what we learned freshman year and what we learned sophomore year, put it together, we'll have a very potent team.
Kind of playing off what you just said, you want to learn from 2013 and 2014, and then both of that into 2015. Talk a little bit about the team goals that maybe you have in your own head that you haven't necessarily put on paper just yet, or team goals that you guys have discussed over the fall and in the early parts of this preseason. Where are you looking to go as a team, and what are you looking to achieve?
Well, since we learned how to lose, we can't take anything for granted. We have to take every step as serious as the first step. We have to just grind every day, and with the consistency that we'll build from the past 2 years, because we barely graduated anyone, only Cronin was the main guy who graduated, but other than that, we have this same nucleus. So I guess learning from our mistakes, building on it, and peaking at the right time of the conference championship and going deep in the NCAA tournament.
Obviously, there's a lot of individuals that have to come together to achieve that team goal. You're a two-time all-conference performer, now a preseason honorable mention All-American. What are some individual goals that you're going to be focusing on, whether it's just in the preseason, whether it's a goal for the whole season? What individual things are you trying to achieve that obviously will translate into helping the team achieve its goals?
Well, individually, I guess I would like to lead our defense to being top 10 in the nation, top goals against average in the conference, because I truly believe, even though we've had one of the more potent offenses in the nation ever since Bliss has been here, I feel like times are changing and the defense is going to win the games for us now. So anything under seven goals against would be my goal.
Pretty good goal, and I think the old adage is, at least from my father's generation, used to say defense wins championships, so I feel you there. Kind of translate, I think goals and maybe expectations are a little bit different. Whether it's you as upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, or you and the guys that have all returned, or just all 60, 70 guys that you've been getting to know and practicing with over the fall, and then working out with when you guys can over the winter. What are some expectations that you have for the team? Is there one tangible goal, or is it more like, let's take this thing one day at a time?
No, it's not more of a tangible goal. It's more like just a mentality. I mean, freshman year, again, we developed probably a mentality where all-American midfielders, we can take care of it. Sophomore year, our mentality was, wow, we really can't do anything without those guys, or we were trying our hardest, just we're losing by 1 goal, we're losing by 2 goals. We could have did this a little better. Our mentality should be, we know what we are, we know what we have to do, and we just have to go do it. And it's the only thing holding us back is us putting forth the effort and the mentality to do it.
One more for you. Coach Peluso and I think even people before him, they'd always lay out such an impressive schedule for you guys. There's always huge names on the schedule, always games that I know we as an administration and men's lacrosse alums that have played here before, always games that you circle on the schedule. Do you do that as a player? Are there a couple games you're already looking forward to, or is it just let's get this thing, game number 1? It's got to be tough though. There's so many good games that you have to look forward to a little bit.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, some games more enticing than others, but as as for us to succeed, we have to look at, all right, Gettysburg's our first non-team or against each other in team competition. So that's my first game looking forward to, but like playing national championship Tufts, playing, Bowdoin at Virginia Beach, some big name teams. I love having a hard schedule because it only helps us, and we have to make a statement this year and actually win those games.
And kind of last one for you, you did mention, a lot of games, and you enjoy having a hard schedule. I mean, to be the best, you're going to have to beat the best, and you want to, I guess, have a measuring stick. Do you find that tough schedule, obviously earlier in the season, helps when it comes to the conference? Because you guys do play in a very good conference. There's always 2, 3, 4 top level teams in the conference. Does that, do those early challenges help prepare you for those games down the road?
Absolutely, because we know what it takes in the fourth quarter or halftime, like what momentum feels like, what we have to do to, be precise and not be careless with the ball or anything. And so, like, even when we're playing the lesser teams, like the team that just entered Howland and stuff, like, we have to take care of the ball just as specifically as we did against Tufts or Ithaca or Nazareth. And therefore, I mean, it gives us the mentality that no team is a bad team that we play. So having a hard strength of schedule out of conference helps that.
And I keep saying this. One more. I'm sure Coach brought in a huge recruiting class. He always does, works incredibly hard on the road to really supplement and fill out and always have good depth on the squad. Do you see that? Do you see those young guys being able to contribute kind of early on? Do you think? Are you excited about them? Did you see a lot of things in the fall that you liked?
Well, this is the first year that's different from the last two because we haven't graduated a heavy dose of one position, so it's not as much of the class is going to help, but individuals from that class will probably step up like usual. Every single year, like 3 or 4 freshmen have huge contributions, so that's not going to change. It's just probably be like more of a cycle of which freshman is going to get, one spot on the attack line or a clearing midi or whatever, and if they excel, then that's going to help us.
Well, again, congrats on the honor. I know it's a preseason honor, but it's got to feel good, both individually, and it's got to get you fired up for the year. You guys start practice, I believe, in about 10 days, more or less. And then before you know it, middle of February is here, and you guys are going to be playing those games, playing those Gettysburgs and things like that. But thanks for the time. Congrats on the honor, and StevensDucks.com for the latest on Stevens men's lacrosse.